Hello friends, so I just got done watching the 2.0 live stream. I've pulled up all of the important information that I wanted to discuss, and the only other thing I have to say is I'm really disappointed that they done this live stream like 5 days before the update. I really do prefer when they do it a day before, because I feel like that way everyone retains like maximum hype, right? Whereas now I kind of just stuck for a few days just waiting for the patch, and you know, it doesn't feel great, but still I'm super excited. There's a lot of stuff in here, a lot of exciting stuff, so let's get to it. Firstly, we have Bond's nunchuck spec, the physical spec. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this is gonna be too great. I could be wrong, but there's some stuff in here that I'm not too big of a fan of. So the passive, attacking enemies and inflicting chain, increases Bond's defense shatter and crit chance. Very good, you know, but buffing your defense shatter in kit is very meta. You know, defense shatter is a very rare stat. There's not many ways to get it. The best way to get it is from P9, I repeat, P9 potential of like some elemental supports like Red Derriere and Ice Clotho, and I think maybe Windliz as well, and maybe some other character. But his normal skill increases his all elemental attack, while his special attack deals massive damage to enemies afterwards. Using normal attacks on enemies affected by chain decreases his special attack cooldown. I think this is the big problem with Ban. He essentially wants to use the special attack, but he has an incentive to use his normals for the special reset. It's just bad, in my opinion. That like, maybe they could have found a different mechanism to reset his special attack. I think forcing you to do normals is terrible, because you generally never ever want to do normal attacks with a character unless they are normal attack specific, right? For example, Longsword Manny, normal attacking character. Staff Clotho, normal attacking character. Anyone else, there should be never a reason to press it, but I guess they just wanted to do it for Ban, right? His gluttonous nunchucks, each time a special attack is used, all elemental attack increases. If the hero is physical element, crit damage also increases. It's a fine weapon, you know. There's potential that this could be usable for a future character if they are physical and have nunchucks, potentially. We're not sure if this will be better than Lich Dragon though. I think this gluttonous nunchuck would have to be so absurd at Limit Break 6 for it to be better than Lich Dragon, so I guess we'll have to see, but it's a fine gluttonous, all things considered. And then it's engraved. Physical damage increases by a portion of the increase to damage from elements other than physical. That's a mouthful. Attacking an enemy affected by chain with the normal skill increases all element attack and defense shatter for a set duration. So again, double defense shatter buffs in hit with the engrave, right? That's like absolutely absurd. But I just think, I'm not sure, man. I just think this whole like converting elemental attack gimmick, I just don't think it's gonna be great, you know? You can see the team they recommend is like a Fire Derriere, Ice Clotho. Like, dudes, are we serious? Like, obviously Liz is on every team, so that's fine, but I really don't like, you'd be better off, honestly, with Ban just running like Ban, Derriere, no, not Derriere, sorry, Ban, Daisy, Gotha, and Liz. Maybe you can replace Gotha for someone else, but yeah, I just don't see this like converting elemental attack gimmick to be like that valuable for your DPS. I just really don't see. I think generic supports are just going to be way better for him. But yeah, that's Ban physical. Not too impressive, even though it's the main spec, it's the highlight spec with the gluttonous weapon. Next we have Great Sword Ban on the Earth spec. Now this spec is Juicer McGooser. This stuff is crazy. So he activates Berserk through ultimate skill, also by tag, by the way. We saw that in the live stream, you do activate it by tag. Though we don't know like the difference, because usually like ultimate effects are like stronger than like any effect you would get from your skills. I do expect the Berserk from ultimate to be stronger than the one you get from tag skill, but regardless, removes cooldown from normal skills and increases crit chance through special attack. You can repeat powerful attacks with normal skills that have no cooldown. Repeated use of normal skills enhances them for greater damage. What can I say, bro? He's just a normal attack, normal skill spammer, sorry. Normal skill spammer. Do you know who the two best units in the game are? They're normal skill spammers. Longsword Meliodas and Lightning Merlin, the two best DPS in the game, and Ban is going to be joining them. I have absolutely no doubt in my mind this guy is going to be absolutely bonkers crazy OP. He will definitely be a top 3 DPS. Well, actually, Derry's incredibly strong as well, so there will be some competition for top 3, you know, there definitely will be competition. The last part is like, it's not really relevant. Attacking enemies while Earth Burst is active using enhanced normal skills recovers your own HP. In my honest opinion, sustain is a skill issue. I think at this point in the game, if you've played enough, if you're experienced enough, you should never be dying in any situation. And then his engraved, Berserk duration extends, and when using normal skills while in Berserk state, normal skill crit damage and crit damage increase. So, I mean, just super meta, man. Just super duper meta stuff. Like, it's just great, you know? This spec is going to be amazing. It's going to be his best spec for sure. Can't wait to use this. It's going to be super fun. I am kind of sad we're replacing Diane. Because honestly, I just think back to Sector 8, man. I think Diane was so impressive in that sector, you know. She was really strong, and Diane is a on-release character, right? And the fact that she's getting replaced is a little bit sad, but I mean, he's just going to be better, right? It is what it is. My Diane is P9. I could P10 her with this selector, but, you know, there's basically no point now because I'm just going to use Barn instead. The recommended team is kind of funky. Like, why are we running double burst characters? Like, it's just not serious. Like, devs, come on, what are we doing here? You're never running Diane if you have Liz. Liz is just a better burst character. She has better buffs. I think Diane actually has no buffs when she's bursting, so you're not going to run Diane. You're going to run Daisy. Gother is probably still fine to use, I think, in this team. Yeah, he probably will be fine to use because obviously Liz herself, even though she is a burst character, she carries a megaton of buffs in her kit, right? Next, we have the Gauntlet spec, Darkness Burst. So this is completely new. It's technically not new because Slater is a burst character for physical, but Slater is terrible, so I guess we can discount that. When Snatch is triggered by attacking an enemy without burst active, the enemy takes increased dark damage, and when Dark Burst is activated, special attacks reduce all elemental burst resistance, while normal skills increase the entire team's dark attack. Very good stuff. When Barn uses a combined attack, the duration of the enemy's Darkness Burst is paused, allowing Dark Burst to remain active longer. I wonder how this is going to work. If this is going to be like a debuff that you place on the boss to pause the burst duration, you could potentially do some nasty stuff with the debuff duration efficiency, or if it's just like a set amount, like there's no way to increase it, then I guess that's also fine. But very strong, you know, pausing Darkness Burst for someone like Meliodas is crazy OP, because obviously Meliodas, with how his longsword works, your average burst time with Meliodas is lower than like any other character, right? So I think that's really good. The engraved, the first time we're getting triple engraved, by the way, the first time a character releases and we get all three of their engraves. Very good job, Netmarble. This is something you should be doing for every single character. Don't ever drop 2 engraves and leave 1 for 2 patches later. Don't do that again. Using a combined attack with the hero's ultimate move as the base increases all allied heroes' darkness damage for a set duration. Each hit with a combined attack increases the enemy's darkness weakness damage. So yeah, just more damage, more buffs. Very good. The one concern I have with Barn, and it's not really a concern, but usually when you're running Meliodas on the darkness team, because by the way, I don't think you're gonna run Barn with Derriere. Like Gauntlet Derriere, I just don't see it happening. I think Derriere would rather be used with Gotha, so she can do her entire combo under Gotha ult and get double damage that way. I don't think Barn runs with Derriere, but for Meliodas he's perfect. As I was saying, Meliodas' combined ultimate applies a debuff called Opening, and that debuff makes the enemy take 50% more damage. So you're not going to get that because Meliodas isn't going to be the one ulting to Dark Burst, but I think it's fine because Barn applies like a million debuffs and stuff. Obviously in the training ground, when they do the training ground stuff, like the hero trial, all the characters are P10, so when I was watching the stream I actually realized that Barn has some crazy buffs, and I think they're going to be at like his higher potentials, because he buffs defense shatter, he buffs darkness attack, he has a crit defense debuff. I'll show it on the screen, but I do think those are going to be in his later potentials. I don't think those are going to be at like P4, P5, because usually with elemental supports, the defense shatter buff, which is so crazy, it's always at P9. So yeah, I do expect Barn's potentials to be absolutely insane. And then the recommended team, I don't know what Bug is doing here. Like, they're out of their mind. Like, we are not running Bug. I do not care what his engrave does, his new one. We're not running Bug. We are absolutely not running Bug. We're running Daisy, or we're running Liz. I mean, we're running Liz. Liz is the best generic support in the game. So yeah, I think Barn, Melee, Derriere, and then Liz. Could potentially throw Gotha in there, but I just don't see how you could make the magic work, because Gotha's ultimate costing 5 magic. Like, you can probably like regen enough magic to burst with Barn. It's just gonna be really awkward because, you know, Gotha's ultimate at P10 can last a maximum of 15 seconds if you have like infinite debuff duration. And anything below P10, the max you can get on the ultimate is, I think it's 9.5 seconds. So you're basically just gonna have no time, unless you burst first, then go for ultimate and then go to your main DPS. So we've gone over Bond's kit. The rest of the stuff is just like all the new content coming out. So we have the new difficulty Transcendence. For me, this is going to be easy. I think for most endgame players this is going to be easy. Boss challenges were already a joke, like an absolute joke. All of them, they're far too easy. So a new difficulty is happy to see it. Weaknesses physical and dark. I am not running physical Barn, bro. I am not doing that. I can tell you that for free. If I have the option, I am running Meliodas. Maybe I even run Derriere, because my Derriere is P10. I might just blast Monspeed to hell with Derriere and call it a day. The boss rewards, Twisted Hellfire Combat Boots. These are like standalone boots with their passive, similar to the Spider Boots or the Chaos Earrings. Look at this, guys. Yet another Escanor buff. 1 million years of Escanor buffs. We still need more Escanor buffs. He's that bad. We need to keep buffing him. Using an ultimate move increases the fire damage taken by nearby enemies. Okay, great. New set probably for the engraves. Yeah, new set probably for the engraves and the whatever this is. 7 new engraved, not including Bond, by the way. So we are getting 10 entire engraved in this patch, which is absolutely insane. Obviously, Hauser's useless, Griamore is useless, Bug is going to be useless. I highly doubt this King Engrave is going to be good, to be honest. I don't think it will be. The key ones here are Liz, Derriere, and Gotha. Now, honestly, the way they were doing engraves previously, where they released 2 with a character and then the last one gets released in about 2 to 3 patches, they've stopped that completely. Gotha's engrave was not supposed to be here till next patch, and Derriere's engrave was not supposed to be here for 2 more patches, so I'm so happy that they're here. Liz, Earth engrave, I hope it's broken. We really need it to be broken for Barn's Greatsword. Derriere, I mean, her axe is already so strong, they can give her whatever. And the same with Gotha, right? Like, his staff for Merlin is already so broken that they can give this whatever the hell they want and it's still going to be fine, you know? Alright, now for me, this is the real meat and potatoes of this patch, because this is the new power increase, the new power scaling. Transcendence, the unlock requirement, you need to +5 your engrave by using gold and the engraving stones, and you can either succeed or fail. They did tell us though in the live stream that the success rate, stage 1 is 80%, stage 2 is 50%, stage 3 is 30%. So it's not as bad as engraves. You know, engraves run a 60-30-10 system, which is absolutely horrid when crafting or when using scissors. It's absolutely terrible. I hate it so much, but this one doesn't seem to be too bad. The only real issue is that every run of Transcendence costs 40 keys, which I think is insane, by the way. I cannot believe they did that. 40 keys per run. Like, bros, what are we doing? But still, that's besides the point. So +10, +14, +15. What this means is you get more main stat, more HP and defense. And then the substat on the engraves will also get a buff, right? So that's going to be great. And then obviously you'll see here add option. I wonder how this is going to work. Is it when you reach the first stage, there'll be like several options to choose from? Is it just like completely random? I don't know, because this could either be really good or it could absolutely brick your engrave, right? You know, crit damage is going to be nice for every DPS, which I have to find out. And then stage 2 you get another engraving bonus basically, and then stage 3 you get a unique passive, which from what I can tell, this is literally just another engraving bonus. So yeah, if you reach stage 3, you're basically going to have 6 engraving bonuses, and I assume they can all stack. So you could have crit damage on the main engraving bonus and then on the stage 1, and then you could have like oh, actually physical attacking, this is new. You can't get this on engraving bonus. Yeah, you don't get any elemental buffs from engraving bonus, so that's interesting. And then ultimate move there, we'll have to see. But this is exciting, I guess. Then next we have new content, Labyrinth. Super excited for this. I think the more different types of content we get in this game, the better. I think this game is really lacking in unique things to do. So yeah, I'm going to be very excited for this. I can't wait to play it. It's going to be very fun, and the rewards do seem to be very, very good as well. We also get 2 new pets. I'm sure someone will find out where they are and then we can just go catch them easily. And then Time Space Junction Season 2. So Secton will be Fraudrin. I really did not like him. He was Sector 5. This was not fun whatsoever. Physical and cold. Not my favorite specs. Then Sector 2, Hellbrum. I think Hellbrum, we only fought him in, what was it? The Book of Stars, I think. I can't remember. I think it was only the Book of Stars. Anyway, Dark and Wind, this will be easy. You're just going to destroy him pretty much. So yeah, it's going to be chill. Oh, and also you can now choose any unlocked sector. So I think because the way Season 1 works, you have to beat the previous sector to do the next one. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people were still stuck on Sector 10 because they actually made it harder after nerfing it. Which is absurd, but I think moving on from Season 2 they'll probably change how that works. New crafting recipes, so we can actually craft Lich Dragon weapons. A lot of people thought that if you didn't get enough of the boxes you might be cooked in the future when we get more special attack heroes. Clearly not, the devs talk about this, so you know, happy days. Transcendence engraving recipe, really not a fan of this. I think this costs way too much essence, like 80 is a joke. Guys, please, devs, please. You're telling me I can either make a scissor or 2 rifts or one of these stones? Like, I think this is way too expensive. Hopefully they change it. And then obviously the new ore of the region, Morian, whatever you want to call it. Just another way to reduce your platinum, basically. We have the key events, just a bunch of good stuff everywhere. There's like a gauntlet skin in the 11 versus 4 Holy Knights and Thieves thing. That's great, you know. And then everyone gets a free Meliodas. Now, I think if everyone got a free Elizabeth, that would have been 10 times better, but I guess Meliodas is more popular, so we get him. Mine is P9. So I'm going to get him P10, but I don't think I'll get the 180 crystalloids, which is a shame because this is basically just a free dupe. You can just use this if you have in P10 to buy a free dupe of any character in the future. Or like for example, in the next patch you could literally just buy a barn dupe for free. But yeah, I think that's a shame. Hopefully it applies retroactively, you know, because I am getting in P10 in this update. Maybe they'll give this retroactively, I'm not sure. But you know, it's a free Meliodas, right? Meliodas is still top tier, still top 3 DPS. I can't complain. Everyone should be happy. I just think Liz would have been far more valuable for everyone's account. So that's just my opinion though. And then this is actually like super important for like high-end players. Multiplayer MVP added. This is going to be so useful to test out our damage, right? Like this is some form of like DPS meter that we're going to be able to use to test the damage and different builds and stuff. So this is absolutely fantastic. I'm grateful they added this. I think the main reason why this isn't like a thing in like all parts of the game is mostly like for toxicity reasons. I think they don't want people to get flamed for doing like terrible damage and stuff. But still, I think for most players this is like a nothing burger. But for the top players and top guilds, they're gonna find this feature very useful. So I'm super happy to. And anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. I've covered basically everything important. I gave you my thoughts on it. I'm super excited for the update. I cannot wait. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys there in 2.0.